Hey, I'm Karis, and today I'm going to be taking us through a mat-based Pilates flow. We're going to be focusing on the whole body, but with a special attention to our abdominals as we go. We're not going to be needing any equipment today other than a mat, and we're going to start off with a little bit of breath work. So if you meet me at the end of your mat, bring your hands around your rib cage and start off by growing tall. On your inhale, focus on your breath like a 360 expansion, moving through the sides, the front, the back of the body. Trying to really feel your ribcage expand into your hands as you inhale. And on your exhale, imagine like you're blowing up a balloon. On your inhale, really feeling your ribcage pushing your hands apart. And on your exhale, really feeling your ribs knit back together. As you continue to breathe like this, see if you can stand a little taller. Drop your shoulders down away from your ears. And find more of a neutral position in your lower back. We're going to continue with this for 2 more deep breaths in. On your exhale, imagine I'm pulling a hair from the top of your head, making you stand a little bit taller, making you lift up and out of your hips. One final time. And exhale, lift your hands up to the sky. Now when you're ready, nod your chin towards your chest. Take your time to round your body, peeling all the way down to the floor. Hold yourself at the bottom. Let your head drop, let your hands drop. Observe where you can get to in your roll down now in comparison to the end. Think about pulling your hips to the sky, rounding your spine, looking through your knees. Spreading the weight out across your toes, your heels, and then scooping up through the lower abdominals, pulling yourself back up into standing. Reach the hands up to the sky, take a nice deep breath in. Exhale, nod your chin to your chest, take your time to round your back. As you roll down, really trying to articulate through your spine, seeing if you can bring a little bit more weight onto your toes, letting your head drop, letting your hands drop, noticing how that feels, where feels tight, and then slowly scoop back up. And bear in mind, the time of day that you do this class will also make a big difference. Now at the top here, just focusing in on our ankles for a moment, you're just going to lift your arms up to the sky, hold it there. Notice how high your hands can go before your rib cage flares. Keeping that bit of length in your lower back, rise all the way up onto your tiptoes. Now lower your arms, lower your heels. Lift your hands up to the sky, rise up onto your tiptoes, lower your arms, lower your heels. Again, notice as you move, can you try and roll through your foot on both the lift and the lower? Can you keep your gaze forwards? And start to just bring attention into your body. Notice, are you putting more weight onto one leg? Do you feel your weight is almost kind of rolling out or in on your feet? Can you go for 2 more? Last one, rise all the way up, hold it there. Flip the palms to face away from one another. Can you drop one heel down, bend the other knee? Lift your palms up, rise all the way up. Palms down, bend the other knee. Rise all the way up. So as you continue like this, I want you to see if you can get this movement with as little sway from side to side in the hips. So as you rise, you're reaching and then hands push down, palms push up. Really trying to almost feel like you're lifting up and out of the hip bones so you're not dropping from side to side as you lower. Keep going like this. Nice. Final one. And then lift and then lower the arms down in front of you. Step your left leg forward. It's quite a big stride. Keep that feeling of height, like I'm pulling your head to the sky. Can you drop down into your 90-90 lunge? Can you push your hands up and reach those hands overhead? Inhale, drop down. This time, as you lift, can you take the arms up and circle them around? Lower into your lunge as the hands go forwards. Lift the hands to the sky, circle them round, bend, drop down. Good, keep going. See if you can stay upright through your body with that weight going towards the back leg. Keeping your chest lovely and open, and this feeling of as you stand, pushing up and out of those feet. Last one, take yourself down, hold it there, lower your knee all the way to the floor, untuck the back toes. From here, you're going to drive your left elbow back, get a bit of a twist through your spine, bring yourself back to the middle. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale, bring it back to center. One last one each way. And then bring it back to the center. Hold it here. Drop your hands down. Bring both feet and knees hip distance. Reach your hands back to the sky. Find that length, that feeling of pulling your head up, stacking your ribs over your hips. Find your thigh stretch where you lean back and then push yourself up. Inhale, take it down. I can usually get a little bit further than this, but my thighs already feel like they're dying from yesterday's class as well. So as you go back, keep that rib to hip connections. What we want to avoid as we go back is scooping or back bending. It's literally like you've got a rod from your head to your knees and you're leaning back like there's been a gust of wind and someone's pushing you forwards. Okay, last two. And lift. Last one. Can you hold your thigh stretch? Can you try and squeeze in through your inner thighs? Can you open up through your chest? Find that bit of length in your spine. Now push yourself up all the way. Circle the arms down. Step the other foot forwards. Right foot, left toes tuck under. Push yourself all the way up into standing. Now our hands lift up to the sky. We lower down. Bend the back knee. Just focus this first one on the lunge. Now push yourself back up. Now this time we're going to go down, lift, circle the arms. As you lower, bring them forwards. Exhale, push. Inhale, circle, drop down. Good. See if you can explore how low you can get in this leg without just collapsing to the floor. We want to remain fairly upright. The weight is over that back leg. Good, and again, it might be slightly different from side to side. We want to just observe those things. We can then start to change those patterns over time by just noticing them and working on those asymmetries. So if you feel a little bit like the two sides are different, that's fine. There's nothing to be worried about. Just keep moving. Good, keep going. Think about that front knee tracking over the second toe for two. Last one, hold it there. Now take your knee down, untuck the toes. Keep your body feeling tall. Drive the right elbow back with your exhale. Inhale, reach it forwards. And I want you to think hip bones remain almost pointing forwards. Rotate from your rib cage. Last one each direction. So we should feel like we've moved our upper body, our shoulders around slightly. And bring ourselves back in. Put your hands down to the floor. Bring your knee down to the ground. And we're going to slowly walk ourselves down onto our front. Now we're going to pop our forehead on the floor. I want you to think into a posterior tilt with our lower back. Meaning, almost imagine there's a tail at your coccyx. That tail is tucking between the back of the legs, pulling almost the lower body, the lower belly, and hip bones away from the mat. Your pubic bone is pushing down into the floor, top of the thighs push into the mat. Now your hands, thumbs in line with nipples, hands flat on the floor, elbows point to the sky. You're going to keep trying to roll the shoulders down your back, front of the socks push down into the floor, meaning your legs feel nice and long. You're going to take a nice deep inhale here. Exhale, hover your head, your chest, stay in that small extension. Now, almost the base of your rib cage is pushing down into the floor. Your lower belly is tilting away, creating that length in your lower back. And what we're looking for is length here, not height. So it's the feeling of the top of your head, where your parting sits, almost pulling forwards. And those hands gently pushing into the ground, shoulders roll down your back, elbows point to the sky. See if you can hover up just a little bit higher. Feeling your upper back switch on. Now exhale, hover the hands up. Inhale, tap the hands down. Exhale, hover the hands up. Inhale, tap the hands down. So this is where I would say you're working sneaky abs, because your lower stomach muscles are working to maintain that pelvic tilt in your lower spine, whilst you're working into your thoracic extension to shine your chest forwards. You want to be pulling those elbows towards your heels. Two more. Last one. Hold those hands up. reach the hands forwards. Now circle your hands around towards your hips. See if you can extend any higher. If that hurts your back, don't come up that far. Bend your hands. You're going to reach your arms forwards, find length. As they circle around, see if you can come up a little bit higher with your chest. And bend. 2. And lift. Last one. And bring it around. Hold it there. Bring your hands to the floor. Push yourself back into your child's pose. Take a stretch. Okay, from here, hands go flat to the floor. You're going to tuck your toes underneath you. Now, can we start with those hands directly under our shoulders? I want you to feel like you're pushing away from the mat, so your chest feels like it draws away from the floor. Hands are spreading out on the mat, shoulders wrap down your back. I want you to feel underneath your shoulder blades connect. Now from here, your lower back, we want to find neutral, so do a little pelvic tilt each direction. Not a full cat-cow, just a small tilt forwards and backwards, till your back feels fairly flat. The toes are tucked, and with your inhale, let yourself just stay in this position. Exhale, imagine my hands around your waist, drawing inwards towards your belly button. So it's like a wrapping sensation through the abdominals to connect to our TAs, our transverse abdominals. On our inhale, we let that go. Can you also, with your exhale, connect up through your pelvic floor and find that wrapping sensation? Inhale, let that go. And it's a gentle lift and wrap. Now this time, we're going to take a breath in. Exhale, hover the knees. Find the engagement through your core to hover up. Inhale, lower down. Keep your back feeling flat, so rib cage connects to the back of your top. Exhale, hover. Inhale, hold, and lower. Exhale, hover. Inhale, lower. Keep trying to find that feeling of your chest shining forwards, hands push into the floor, toes push into the ground, connecting through the abs. Last 2. Keep looking at the floor like I've drawn a line through the middle of your mat. Last 1. Now can you lower those knees down? Can you take your hands a little bit further forwards from you? Hands push further away. Almost push away from your hands. Now hover up through the knees. Push forwards into your plank. Inhale, go back into a hover. Keep that flat spine. Exhale, forwards. Inhale, take it back. Keep going like this. Shoot forwards. Go nice and low as you take it back. Can you go for 4, 3, 2, last 1. Push it forwards, hold. Twist your feet towards me. Lift the hand closest to me and bend your knees, lower yourself down. From here, you're going to take your hand down to the floor, slide down onto your bottom arm, and you're going to have your knees bent. Now we're going to start off with our bottom arm reaching away. Lift your feet, check your feet look like they're in line with your seat bones, so bum cheeks. Then your knees are almost near the front of your mat. We're going to push this top hip away from us, creating a little lift under your waist. Ribs hug to the back of your top, pelvis scoops under like we did when we were laying on our front. Our posterior tuck. So we've now got more of a neutral spine. Try not to overly tuck. Hip bone on the top slightly tilts towards the floor. We hold this setup. You then keep your leg feeling heavy as you open your knee to the sky. Lower your knee down. So if you were to glance at your feet are hidden by your bum. Your head and your arm are in line with your body. And as you open, you've got this feeling of your hip pushing away from you. A flat back, so we've got a very small pelvic tilt, but not so that we're now really scooped under. And our hip bone, we want to feel like it's tilted slightly forwards, so that as we open this top leg, we start to feel our top bum cheek working, sort of where if you had a back pocket, you'd slide your hand into. Keep going like this. Opening up and closing it back down. Going for 4, 3, keep going like this, keeping the leg feeling almost heavy. Last 1, hold it there, stay still. Keep that there. Now float the top foot off from the bottom foot. Now keep this, tap your knee down so your foot points up to the sky. Now tap your feet together so your knee points up to the ceiling. Tap your knee down, tap your foot down. So if we think about joint actions here, we're now getting the internal rotation, the external rotation. The goal here is to keep your thigh feeling as relaxed as you can, so your glute, especially if you're quite quad dominant, will switch on a little bit more. Now the other thing you can do if you're struggling to feel it is place a resistance band around your legs if you really wanted a little bit more. So you keep moving this leg. You keep everything nice and still, tapping your feet, tapping your knees. Keep that going through the hip. Go for 3. Go for 2. Last 1. Hold that knee open, stay there. Now extend your leg forwards, turn your toe up to the sky. Now can you lower that heel down? Can you lift that leg up? Now I ideally want your leg to be in line with your bottom leg and your knee and toe are slightly turned out to the sky. Lift and lower, but at the front. Keeping your back and body feeling nice and long, like your bum is being pulled away from you. Your toe and knee are turned out for 3. For 2. Last 1. And then bring it back. Sweep your leg backwards. Prop yourself up onto your bottom forearm. Stay there. Push away from your forearm. Feel your body lift from the mat. We're not trying to find a side bend. You're trying to find a side plank. Then from here, we're going to push our hips up and forwards, staying still. Now, I want you to really feel like you're pushing away from your bottom arm. Your waist on the underneath side switches on. I want to see all 4 corners of your top. Now, from here, top hand is going to go either behind your head or on your hip. Exhale, top leg lifts up. Push the heel away from you. Now, kick it forwards, kick it back. Can you try and maintain that neutral spine and that lift through your underneath side? Keep going like this. Go for 4. Keep kicking forwards and back. Nothing else moves but that top leg. For 3, 2, and on your last one, you take it back, place your foot down, push into the foot, lift those hips. Top hand lifts to the ceiling. Reach your hand through the gap, twist towards the back of the room. Open your arm up. Take your arm, thread it through. Can you open it back up? If you wanted to do this in a full side plank, you absolutely could. 2, last 1, and lift. Bring your hips down, bring your legs together, big side bend, up and over. Bring yourself up. Feel free to turn to the other end of your mat. Otherwise, I'm just going to turn this way so I can see you still, or you can see me. Now we're going to drop down onto our bottom arm. We lengthen through our spine. We have our knees bent, feet near the back of the mat, knees near the front of the mat. Push this top hip away. I'm trying to make it as obvious as I can. So it's this top hip pushing away from your shoulder to create this lift through your underneath hip bone and rib cage. Your pelvis slightly tucks under, so your ribs to hips close, and your hip bone tilts down towards the floor slightly. You then open and close. Now, if your bottom bum cheek feels like it switches on more, it's probably that you've rolled too far forwards. If you're not really feeling anything in the top leg, just make sure that you're not rolling back as you open up the top knee. It's almost like everything from your hips to your head is fixed, and it's you opening and pushing into an imaginary band. Now, the more you can try and make your leg feel a little bit more relaxed, the better that's going to create that connection into your bum cheek rather than just your thigh gripping and taking over. Go, keep going. Open and lift. Try and keep that connection of your ribs hugging back. Go for 4, 3, 2, last one, hold. Now lift the foot, tap the knee, tap the toes, tap the knee, tap the toes. How still can everything else remain? As you continue to tap the knees, tap the toes, keeping your body super still, keeping that hip from rolling as much as you can. Keep going. Keep looking forwards towards me. Go for 4, 3. This is where things get nasty. Last one. Now open, kick the leg forwards. Hopefully your leg is aligned with the bottom leg. Turn the toe up, tap the heel. Lift, tap the heel. Imagine I'm pulling your foot away from your hip. You're making your leg feel longer, keeping that leg turned out. Lift and lower for 5, 4, 3, keep those shoulders open, 2, last one, and bring it back. Bring yourself up onto your bottom forearm. Now we push that arm down into the floor. Feel your chest opens, rib cage connects to the back of your top. Push down into the arm, lift the hips up and forwards, top leg is nice and straight. From here we lift, underneath side switches on. You kick and kick it back. I want your obliques kicked in under your waist. I want your bottom glute switched on. Your bottom shoulder, feel like you're pushing away from the mat and drawing it down away from your ear. Kick forwards, kick back for 4, 3, nothing changes in the body, 2, good. You probably can't see on the camera, but I'm shaking so much. Leg lowers, lift your hand to the sky. Take your rotation and then lift. Try and keep the big toe and the heel connected to the floor on that top leg. Twist and lift. Imagine like you're trying to wring out water from your waist. It's like wringing out a cloth. 2, push away from the floor as you twist. Last one. And bring yourself up, lower the hips. Big side bend over, bring yourself back up. Bring yourself to face towards the top of your mat. Take your legs nice and long. From here, arms reach forwards. Can you try and sit as tall as you can? Imagine I'm pulling your head up towards the sky. Now hands go behind your head. Push your head into your hands. If you feel like you're slightly leaning back here, you need to bend your knees to help you sit a little taller. Now you keep pulling the front of your socks to you, keep pushing your heels away. Exhale, twist towards the left side of the room, elbows push wide. Inhale, bring it back to center. Exhale to the other side. Inhale, bring it back to center. Now you can see here I'm not trying to turn my head, I'm trying to turn from my rib cage. So your head, your neck, your cervical spine has way more movement than your thoracic spine, your mid-back. So as you twist to the left, think left foot pushes forwards. Try not to just turn your head. Try and twist from your chest. Bring it back to the other side. Imagine right foot pushes forwards. Bring it back. Reach your hands up. Can you then take your upper body to round forwards? Reach past the toes. Think about the hands pulling forwards, the heels pushing away. Now keep the weight onto your coccyx. Scoop backwards. Think pubic bone at the front, tilts towards your face. Soften your shoulders down your back. We scoop all the way down. Leave those hands overhead. Take a breath in. Exhale, lift your head. Lift your chest. Scooping up through the abdominals. Keep those feet pushing into the floor. Scooping forward, sit there in that C shape. You scoop back. Scooping back, find that tuck. If you feel like your legs are lifting from the floor, you are welcome to bend your knees slightly. My other big suggestion would be grab a towel, make a towel into a little sausage, and place that underneath your lower back. Sort of here. So as you roll backwards, what that does is lift the floor into that deep curve of your lower back and makes it a little bit easier to connect into that tuck. Last one. Keep those feet pushing away and down, reaching forwards. Then from here, you scoop all the way back. Find your tuck, reach those feet forwards, lay on your back. Bring your arms alongside you. Bring your feet a little closer in. I'm just going to shuffle down my mat. Okay, so arms alongside you. Push down into your shoulders. Make your arms feel long. Your feet and knees are hip distance. Can you then find your pelvic tilt? Squeeze your glutes. Really tilt your pubic bone towards your face. See if you can then roll up vertebrae by vertebrae. Squeeze your glutes. Hold those arms pushing down. Imagine your knees are being pulled forwards, your heels are pulling to you, connecting to your glutes, your hamstrings. If you're feeling it in your lower back, connect more into that tuck. Your stomach muscles will switch on if you're in that posterior tilt. You're going to stay there, slowly roll all the way down, ribs, mid-back, lower back, and bum. If you need to adjust your feet, then do. Rolling all the way up, hold those hips lifted. Can you stay there on this one? Can you put all the way into your left foot? Try and engage your left inner thigh. Float your right leg up, tap your right leg down. If that does not feel good, just lift the heel. Or hold your glute bridge, or continue lifting and lowering. Go for 4. Keep that connection. So you've got to use your core, your obliques as well, to hold you still to help you stop twisting. Last one. And then place the foot down. Hold it. Make sure you're lifted up, pelvis tucked, arms pushed down. Weight into the right foot. Engage your right inner thigh. Tap your left toes down. Lift. As you tap it down, try not to really deepen that curve in your lower back. Keep everything as still as you can for 3. Control it. Inhale. Exhale for 2. Last one. Place the foot down. Hold it there. Refine that tuck. Refine that lift. Lift your hands to the sky. Scoop all the way down to the ground. Leave yourself down at the bottom. Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale. Curl up from your chest. Think ribs slide to hips, scooping you up. Float your legs into tabletop. Option to have your legs squeezed together in tabletop, or option to reach. Can you try and switch on the back of the legs like you just did in bridge? Now, inhale for hundreds for 5. Exhale for 5. Keep reaching your fingertips to the end of the mat. Keep reaching your feet away from you. Connecting into your seat, your hamstrings, your inner thighs, your glutes. Keep that breath pattern going. If your neck hurts, bring one hand to hold your head. Keep going if you can, though. Four more sets. Keep that breath. You can do it. 3 more. 2 more. Reach through those feet. Last one. Hold and hug those knees into a tabletop position. Bring your hands behind your head. Stay there. Scoop up. Can you place your feet down to the floor? Can you keep your hips nice and still? Can you take your left arm across towards your right thigh? Turn and look at your right hip bone. Now, can you make sure your left hip still feels heavy on the floor? You're really drawing yourself up, like you really want to be able to tap the outside of your leg. Now lower your head down, lift your hand up, same direction. Exhale, reach through the fingertips, curl up from your rib cage. Keep your head supported. Inhale, lower down. Exhale, curl up and across. Inhale, lower back down. Good, keep going. So at the moment, we're finding that slight rotation in the spine, also that rotation through our abs, meaning we're working more into our obliques, and because we're curling up, We're going to probably feel this slightly higher up into our abs, almost below your rib cage. Last one, take it back down. Other hand lifts it up to the sky. We go straight across to that other side. Exhale to lift, inhale to tap. Keeping your right hip bone onto the floor. Imagine like pulling your fingertips. Not only are you trying to touch the outside of your legs, so not only are you going across, but you're thinking of going up. How high up the leg could you touch? Like you're trying to touch the outside of your knee, and then lower. As you twist across, you're rotating, feeling the right side of your rib cage leave the floor. Keep going like this, feeling your rib cage folding over towards your hip bone, keeping your right hip heavy on the ground. Exhale, going up and across. Inhale, lower back and down. 2. Try not to let your head flop. Keep it supported. Last one, curling up and across. And then bring yourself back into center. From here, we bring both hands to support our head. We float our chest up into that abdominal curl. Hold it there. You float your legs back up into your tabletop. You're going to hold this. Push your left hand into the front of your right thigh. Push them into each other. Right hand goes to the outside of the leg. Now reach your left leg forwards. Bring it back in. Keep pushing into the front of that thigh. Reach, bring it back in. If your neck needs support, bring your right hand. I tell you what, let's all bring our right hand to hold our head. Keep pushing your thigh into your hand, reaching that left leg away. Keep scooping up like you're trying to curl towards your legs. 2. Last one. Now, take a twist. Hold it there. Bring your knee back in, untwist. Exhale, twist. Inhale in, keep that weight in the left bum cheek. 3. Keep pushing your hand and leg into each other. Don't let them move. 2. Reach through the toes. Doesn't matter how low it goes. Last one. Bring everything back in. Lower your head down for a moment. Bring your feet down for a second. Squeeze your legs together. Hands go slightly off the mat. Now knees go to one side. Let your feet stack. Turn your head slightly the opposite way for a minute. Squeeze the legs together. Use your waist to pull you back to center. Let your knees twist the other way. Let your head turn. Get that rotation. Squeeze through the legs. Pull yourself back to the middle. One last one each way. Twist. Pull it back. Last one. And then pull it back. When you're ready, let's do the other side. So you're going to float those legs up into tabletop. You're going to place the right hand against the front of the thigh. Let's go straight into supporting our head with that left hand. Now we're going to curl up through our chest. Push your leg into your hand. We exhale, reach that right leg forwards. Inhale, pull it back in. See if you can scoop up a little bit higher. Feeling your sternum drop down into the mat. Feeling like you're curling your rib cage up towards your hips. Exhale, reach. Inhale, bring it in. And as you take your leg away, you can take your leg lower for more challenge, but just make sure the space below your lower back isn't rocking. Go for 4. Keep pushing your leg into your hand for 3. For 2. Keep pushing it in. Last one. Bring it back in. Let's add that rotation. So we twist, reach, bring everything back in. Imagine like you've still got that arm that's reaching across your body. You're scooping up and in, not just turning your head. We exhale for 4. Keep your right hip heavy. For 3. 2. Push your leg into your hands. Last one. And bring it back in. Hug your knees in towards you. You should feel like your abdominals have really worked. Now let's try and tap into those lower abs just a tiny bit more. So arms come alongside you, feet and knees glued together. Let your knees tilt in towards your nose. Let your lower back scoop underneath you. Push down into your arms. See if you can do a little lift of your bum. Take it back down. So let your knees come into you. Find your pelvic tilt. Imagine like I'm pulling your bum to the sky. You're going to lift your bum. Take it back down. So just that little pelvic tilt. If that doesn't feel good for you, you can put your feet down, go back into a normal crunch or glute bridge. Now it's just not a simple fact of your knees coming in. What you want to feel is your knees come in, your bum scoops under, finding that posterior tilt. If that feels good, we're going to add on to this to our full roll over for 2. So you reach your legs away, lift your legs to the sky, push into your arms, roll through your abs, reach through your toes. Flex those feet. Can you scoop down from your rib cage? Use your mid back, feeling everything. Use your core and your arms to pull you down. Reach through the toes. Imagine like I'm pulling your legs away from you. I'm pulling your toes away. It's like your feet are in straps on the reformer. You reach through your toes. Feel your body is rounded. Then you keep pushing through the arms. Roll down. Keep those shoulders feeling as open as you can on the mat. Use your arms and lower. Can you take your feet all the way down to the floor? Lift your hands up to the sky. Lift your head and chest. Roll your way up into sitting. Reach forwards over your toes. Take your hamstring stretch. Bring yourself up. From here, you're going to pivot into a plank position. Hold that there. Then hands go a little bit wider because we've done quite a lot of flexion. Let's just lower ourselves all the way down to the floor for a moment. Now from here, we're laying on our front. We've got our hands nice and wide and our feet pushing down into the floor. Shoulders roll down your back. Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale, can we come up into our swan dive prep? As we lift, think of lifting up through your chest. Push down into your hand. Feel the top of your head pull to the sky. Then peel all the way back down. Once more, breath in. Exhale, pull yourself all the way up. And then pull yourself all the way back down. And then from here, push your hands into the floor. Sit back into child's pose. Bring yourself all the way up so you're kneeling. Take a big side bend. Right hand goes over. Bring it back up. Left arm goes over. Bring yourself back into the middle. Tuck the toes under. Come to the bottom of your roll down. Can you scoop slowly up through your spine? Head is the last thing to lift. Reach your hands up to the sky. Take a breath in. Exhale, scoop through your body. Roll all the way down. And hold yourself down near the bottom. Keep those legs long, the hips feeling like they're pulling up, the waist and the rib cage pulling up to the sky. And then slowly scoop yourself all the way up. And grow nice and tall. Then from here, bring yourself into the center of your mat. Bring your hands around your rib cage again. Find that nice neutral point. Take a breath in. Exhale. Let it go. Once more, breath in. Exhale, let your belly relax, let your pelvic floor relax. And you're done. Well done, you did so well. Hopefully your body feels all put together, a little bit more like the jigsaw puzzle has been completed, and your abs feel like they have truly worked. Any feedback, questions, comments, please like and subscribe if you don't want to see any more adverts in the videos.